The Old Guard movie starts with a group of immortal warriors, led by Andy, who have secretly carried out humanitarian missions for centuries. They possess the ability to heal from fatal wounds and come back to life after dying. Breaking their own rule of never working with the same employer twice, they accept a mission from a former CIA agent named James Copley to rescue a group of kidnapped girls in South Sudan. But it turns out to be a setup. They're ambushed and killed. However, they quickly recover and take down their attackers, only to realize that Copley had betrayed them and secretly filmed their healing process. Meanwhile, in Afghanistan, a U.S. Marine named Neil Freeman miraculously recovers after having her throat slit. She begins having a shared dream, a phenomenon among immortals, and connects with the others. Andy finds her and brings her out of Afghanistan to protect her from being experimented on by the military. The team shares parts of their past with Neil and reveals that they're not truly immortal. Their ability to heal eventually stops without warning. This happened to a former member named quynh. That night, Neil dreams of repeatedly drowning in an iron coffin. When she tells the group, they explain the story of Quynh, the first immortal Andy ever met, who was accused of witchcraft and thrown into the sea in an iron coffin about 500 years ago. No one has been able to find her since, and she's been trapped in an endless cycle of drowning. Copley shows the ambush footage to a pharmaceutical CEO named Stephen Merrick, who then sends agents to capture the immortals. After an attack, Joe and Nikki are taken prisoner, and Booker, presumed dead, is left behind. Andy, wounded and no longer healing, kills the remaining attackers, but hides her condition from Booker and Neil. Booker finds Copley, and Neil decides to leave the group to reunite with her family. Booker betrays Andy and hands her over to Merrick, hoping they'll find a way to end his eternal life. But when he sees that Andy can no longer heal, he regrets his decision. Meanwhile, Neil discovers Booker's betrayal, and with Copley's help, storms Merrick's London lab. She manages to rescue the team and escape with them. Afterward, the group decides to exile Booker for 100 years as punishment for his betrayal. They ask Copley to use his CIA skills to cover their tracks and find missions that make a real difference in the world. 6 months later, in a surprise twist, a lonely and remorseful Booker is shocked to find Quynh, the immortal who had been trapped underwater for centuries, waiting for him in his apartment. So the video ends here. See you in other video. Bye-bye.